emergent. Try brainwash my people like detergent. Lead them the wrong way with conversion. So them red like evil submergent. Them can't change me like no divergent. I touch it at the city, make me put on my turban. Can't jump me off with no bourbon. Look out, it's an emergency. Lock down the place in a urgency. Shubo, we are emergency. Jalando emergent, make them see. We are emergent, soar like the birds. Them smoke up the herbs, and we are like the girls. Them we are disturb them, peace with the words. Them land over our time now, I'm certain. Hear me no Jalando. Our time now, so you have to take it in a one go. Then hear me no Jamalo. A full speed, I'll fling the gear in a ass. So we soaring through the clouds, we gonna fire. You habit here, me habit here, go Mars. Sailing out of space, we not go fall like no falling star. Cause we born a star, and we know for all we own when time get hard. Sometimes I swallow my pride and hide my scar. Them I sit down and a chat, but we not go far. But me still a press gas, all of me nah no care. And a chillion, quadrillion, sextillion, octillion, decillion, dep and we man. I feel the money cost star, a fish and Jalando and Jamal and I go mix in a crime. Look out, it's an emergency. Lock down the place in a urgency. Shubo, we are emergency. Jalando emergent, make them see. We are emergent, soar like the birds. Them smoke up the herbs, them and we are like the girls. Them we are disturb them, peace with the words. Them land over our time now, I'm certain.
Montego Bay. For the hottest breads, buns, bullas, visit Time and Patience Bakery, 44 Railway Lane and 6 Bonnet Lane, Montego Bay. A courteous and efficient staff awaits you. The Time by Time and Patience Bakery. Telephone 979-3660 is
6:15.
Whoa, like, what exactly is happening here?
What's the scoop? What's the scoop? What's the scoop?
Radio for the new world.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Red. Mad, so that program you had.
Saturday morning.
I think you represent for WTS. What's the scoop?
We know them want it, that's how we flaunt it. All them need it and them want it.
You wanna know?
Yeah. They never know some have to spell it.
WTS. What's the scoop? What's the scoop?
Fun, factual, fun, and unbiased. Your girl TIFAN.
Quick cook set. Rice. WTS. Check out what's the scoop. Chang.
Check.
Mix. Level. Look here, you know what I feel?
What you feel?
I feel like if we're on some fest, that may I tell you,
What you say?
Performance and so,
Early settings are what? What time we are work? Are we are close the show?
We are close the show.
Daylight something?
Daylight.
All right. Pop, them ready? Them ready for this?
Wonder if them ready.
Woot.
Mad collab.
Cool.
Right. I want to say welcome, of course, to What's the Scoop 615 edition. I'm Kishima Francis.
And I'm Courtney Mack. We're in the building another Saturday evening. Is it?
Nah, man. Big up to DJ Lollipop. We say Clarendon settings later. So.
You know it go.
Yeah.
It gone in our next parish.
Is what you're not saying to me. Is
Yeah.
what part of Clarendon you're going?
Outside. You know, toll gate Clarendon.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going far. Yeah, you're not going far.
Outer port.
We say playlist up on so.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you know, say Lollipop playlist always.
You know, we say party fanatic.
Up and run.
And I use a girl tune.
Yeah, man, him say no shooting, now go on later.
No,
you know,
sir.
The girls, them now go shoot.
You know, a little toops.
Sometimes
I have a sprinkle a little bit everything, you know?
Okay.
They say like pimento in your rice and peas.
Yeah. Like a spice.
Yeah, like a spice.
Yeah.
All right.
Big up, of course, to the entire team. Also, big up to DJ Kim, our engineer for this evening. Big up to Tristan Wilson, of course, on YouTube, keeping us connected and all these things. You know the Shreks.
Hey, Tris.
You don't know, of course. You know, big up to Jody K.
Yeah, Jody K, big up yourself. Fancy face spoogie.
Look at that. Yeah.
All right, so much to talk about, Mac. I mean, how do you want to get into the dish?
Anyhow you want to start it, we're good with it.
Well, here what? So the scoop is there are actually some events that are being shut down as a result of the Night Noise Abatement Act.
Yeah.
And we understand that there were 2 events last night where promoters, they were left high and dry. Do you think that in this day and age that we should still be fighting with Night Noise Abatement Act? Because in truth, both parties promise, proper entertainment zones and that sort of thing. But what's your take on it, Mac?
Both parties, were they in St. Catherine or not?
Well, no, they weren't in St. Catherine. In reference to both parties, I was talking about the J and the P.
Okay.
Right? When either was in power,
right.
There were talks of, Night Noise Abatement Act and how to quell the situation. But these events were in Kingston.
Well, we've been hearing of, since they did the whole Zozo situation, we
understand St. Catherine for sure because what's happening in that parish.
Right, but outside of that, I don't think, after a 2-year lockdown with COVID and all these different protocols and, with what we know, I don't think that the Noise Abatement Act, especially after 2 o'clock, for certain venues or for certain time of the week. I know they have something where they're saying that between weekdays it's at certain time and then weekends is different, and also they have another protocol that they say if it's if it's a club situation then it goes a certain time. But I don't believe that they should be, based on what we know in terms of the entertainment sector being down for so long, that them should have really, be so rigid as it relates to. The law is the law, but
true, and in the same breath, like with the law is the law, I think if you're gonna clamp down on one event, you should clamp down on all events, as opposed to leaving some promoters feeling as if other events are better than their events, or because their event does not appeal to a particular crowd, then they are faced with exactly. Then they are faced with the lockdowns, because from our connected WTS source that was at these events, both events, they're saying that what they observed is that other persons were out partying at other events that did not face the same kind of fate.
And it's sad to know that, oftentimes, sometimes, when you hear says this person and this person is linking with that person and close to that person and all these things, sometimes you find that there's a little bit of unfair, in terms of, authorities, approaching the unfair money in terms of who they know versus who they don't know, and and who is catering to. Like if a certain event, the certain place, it go for until daylight, but if it a certain place, before it reach certain time, right on the second, them come and stop it. It just sad.
Yes.
Tough and we place the area where there's sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes the members of the community too are wish party to keep.
And sometimes the MPs.
Sometimes
the peace officers.
Police.
Yeah.
But Pop, you mentioned community members, but on the flip side, have you ever been in your bed trying to sleep and then a dance just to keep you up?
Pop,
no, but me hear it. Come in on bed and me can hear the sound I play, but me go sleep.
Me not have no problem with that. No problem with that.
But to each his own in the same breath. I'm just saying, like Matthew mentioned, the law is the law, but we understand that you have to use the same yardstick to measure everybody. You can't say, okay, Night Noise Abatement Act is a 2 a.m. shutdown, but you shut down this party and not the other party, and both are in a zone. They're not in any entertainment zone where they can go on until morning. Both are in a similar setting, but you choose to shut down one and not the other.
And so sometimes, to be truthful, I've been told where persons are being mischievous, like from one promotion team to another. And oftentimes, they are the ones who are reaching out to the police and saying, hey, I'm being, this party is affecting me, when really and truly it's just a promotion thing, because the party happen, but them friend party now go on so hot. So them say, so we make the people leave that one day and just come at our own. We see that.
That's nice.
We see that.
Just like that, we're gone into a bun house.
Yeah, right.
You have promoter where pay police, you go lock off an next party too.
That's another instance. So, sometimes the different sides of it, it comes off being unfair, because the truth is sometimes everybody equal. You know, and the man downtown him deserve for making party go until 2 if it's 2 o'clock at the lock off time. But the man uptown rightfully deserve the 2 o'clock too. But I don't believe say boy the man uptown no him can go till 4 and the man downtown can go till 2. 5 minutes past 2.
Not only that too, Mark, but all these promoters they're going through the necessary protocols, channels as well to get their permits, to get the different registration measures. There's actually a new one. I'm not remembering it now, but they're getting all these permits and they're getting the green light to keep their events, and then it leaves a bad taste in your mouth when your events are being shut down, even way before the Night Noise Abatement Act cut-off time.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been to events where, you know, it was at 2, for example, and, police officers went there from midnight and just say, hey, we have to lock it off. And it's not even, and the permit that they got was saying 2 a.m. Yeah.
And how do you deal with a situation like that? Can you take legal action as a promoter, given the fact that these relevant government bodies had given you the authority or the permission to go ahead with your event, and this is the lock-off time? Because you can't just go around monies being blown up just like that. People don't pick money off of tree. You're keeping an event. It is an investment. The intent is to make some money in the process. Yeah,
half the time is that's the time when persons are visiting the bars and buying the food, and when really start say, some start sell a buckle of Hennessy and start sell some Guinness and some something, and they must say, all right, look like me out for start eat a little food, and that's the time when somebody comes in and say you have to shut it down. Because guess what? Oftentimes you hear things like, the permit say, for example, the permit say 1,500 people you're supposed to have in at the venue, and the venue gone 2,500, and you're breaching the permit kind of vibe. You know what I mean? And whole political things. Sometimes authorities, oftentimes, sadly, some members of the authorities, oftentimes, stipulate some conditions when it requires them to say, this is it. But the truth is, in other circumstances, it wouldn't be so.
Well, keep it locked to IRIE FM. I'm going to be doing some digging on this situation and hopefully to formulate a story for Monday inside Music News.
Nice.
But what else is in the dish?
All right, speaking of events, so we understand on an international level now that DJ Khaled, he's promising to do a huge concert here in Jamaica come 2023. Based on what we see on social media, we understand that he may be partnering with Solid Agency on this project. It's going to be, what he says, going to be called DJ Khaled and Friends. And we understand this is a concert that he was looking forward to do from, before the pandemic and through the pandemic come on these things. So him kind of push it back on, so he's looking forward for 2023 to do DJ Khaled DJ Khaled and Friends in concert in Jamaica. So I'm looking forward to see what the lineup would be like for such a concert.
What I can tell you is that it is highly probable that event will not be shut down.
I would agree.
We the best.
Yeah. I would agree.
Right? So that's that. Now, also in the dish, Mac, as we're on the note of events, Alkaline had his launch recently for New Rules. And at the launch, something notable happened. He donated through his foundation $1 million to the Jamaica Society for the Blind during the launch that was held on Thursday. So big up to Alkaline for making that donation. He was not present at the launch. So of course, the presentation was made by his sister and manager, Karina Beckford. But I know a lot of persons are looking forward to New Rules. You in particular, Mac and Pop, who are you looking to see perform on New Rules outside of Alkaline, and what do you think about the lineup?
Intense. I'm looking forward to see Intense. I mean, to be honest with you, for this season, and I say season going into the summer, I'm definitely looking forward to see a lot of live performances from some of the entertainers who I personally have not really fully seeing do a set, not necessarily at parties, but more so like at stage shows, where bands are, there's a certain amount of persons who are in attendance. So I am looking forward to see Intense, and I've seen Idonians and others.
How about Skeng?
Skeng, yeah, but to be honest with you, I am more using the Sumfest stage. To I've seen Intense recently. I've seen Skeng perform too, but most of these performances that I've seen in the past were like parties. It wasn't not necessarily a stage show and a festival, for example, like Sumfest. So I mean, I can anticipate Skeng also at New Rules, but make we see. But I'm really looking forward to see just the young ones in general, like I said.
So of course, the full lineup, it also includes Maka Diamond. You mentioned Idonia. There's Elephant Man, Stock Ashley, Javilani, Iwata, Marcy Chin, and others. How about you, Pop? You're in the streets like the White Line. You're playing these songs night after night. Who are you looking forward to see?
Unfortunately, based on my bookings, I'm not going to be able to attend the event. But I was anticipating seeing Maka Diamond. I wanted to go and see
Some of me actually, you never seen Maka at work before?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a long while. So.
And
you always have a special place for Maka,
No, I do have a special place for Maka, but I also understand, like Maka as a veteran being a part of that, new age lineup.
Yes.
Like what kind of vibe it will be like, and then based on even Alkaline's fan base and persons who are coming out for Skeng and Maka, it should be like a nice mix as it relates to the audience. So I thought...
You don't want to see Ellie?
No, me definitely did want to see Maka, because I haven't seen Maka perform for a while.
Okay.
You see, just like how Cargo run out what the air on Bunch, mash up a place, and a long time I see Cargo.
Yeah.
So me just did want to see where Maka go on with.
Okay, I got you.
You will definitely hear about it because IRIE will be in the building, right, Mac?
Yeah, man, for sure, definitely.
So we'll certainly get the scope.
And once again, big up to Alkaline, of course, for that $1 million donation.
No, for real.
Yeah, man, definitely. I mean, I'd prefer to see him giving the check, but you don't know, the whole team and management is just as nice same way. But Alka, the
so
thing.
Mark, were you at the launch?
No, I was not at the launch, unfortunately.
I never get any feedback on the launch. Right?
No, but based on the reviews, I mean,
I
think the high point is that $1 million.
Yeah, the $1 million handing over was the high point.
I don't recall hearing any other high points apart from the anticipation for the event.
Was there, so I wonder how the whole launch went otherwise.
Yeah,
Tris could tell us. Tris, what's the scoop?
Tris, what's going on? Oh, you said the launch.
What's the scoop, Tris?
Grab the microphone now, man. You know the thing. Come closer, man. Yeah, man, come close. Yeah, man. She has out the microphone. Lollipop, you assist. Yeah, Lollipop can assist with the mic, man. Come through, Tris. All right, see. Yeah, Kemara sort out. Yeah.
Hi, afternoon.
Yes,
hey,
come
Tris.
this side. Come this side.
I wasn't prepared to be on
It
camera
don't matter.
tonight.
You're always glamorous. Yes.
Hey, Shorty, 5'1".
But yeah, the launch for me, the $1 million, of course, was definitely the high point. It wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, to me, going to a New Rules launch, when you go through the gate, you're expecting to see like more Alkaline stuff, more Alkaline music. Like, I don't know, there was just an experience that I personally Vendetta. You know what I mean? I expect seeing the fully Vendetta Nation and all of that. It was poorly organized, in my opinion. However, I am looking forward to see what will happen at the event itself.
Any entertainers who were on the bill that showed up?
No, well, Marcy Chin
performed.
She performed her hit song, the song that I like.
Skeng, Intense.
No, I saw Idonia's brother.
Okay.
Idonia wasn't there.
Okay.
There is this other gentleman, I don't remember his name. He's a new artist. He performed as well, and his performance was really good.
I heard him mash up the place.
Yeah, man, him going really good. But yeah, Me not really.
Yeah.
And I totally understand what he's saying, Trace, because with Alkaline, like he hasn't been in Jamaica for a while, so I know having a launch, a lot of persons were we're expecting to see him there, just help to create that hype and momentum.
And I want to pause 1 second,
absolutely.
Kish, 1 second, just say this. I mean, the truth is Alkaline. We understand you have your way of how you do things, but the truth is, you see, when you keep an event, as the artist, we keep the event, we expect you to do that.
Yeah, and I think
absolutely.
In terms of team, they need better marketing, in my opinion. Like, I think they need better marketing for the event and maybe even for the artist too. Big up to him, Javinci. What's the word? Givenchy?
Givenchy, yeah.
Yeah.
Givenchy.
Yeah. Big up to the runway and the models wearing modeling to
all
his
his
clothes,
songs performed,
to his songs and
to his songs,
That was a big deal.
That was
a big
really,
deal.
really a big deal.
Yeah, that's massive. It's huge. It's their 2023 collection.
Yeah, so that was
that's
really
grand.
huge. So I wouldn't take that from the artist.
And it wasn't one song, it was like a number of songs, maybe about 5 or 6 songs. Yeah.
Be Alkaline 2016.
Yeah, man.
The whole when it did well, but
Yeah, so
That's a great look. And then not in addition to that, I think like the representation from the entertainment industry, that too was also lacking based on observation from the IRIE FM team. It was just a few media. Well, the media came out, sponsors were there, but then the representation from the entertainment fraternity, you could literally count on one hand.
But Joe was there.
One hand.
yeah, hence Marcy Chin as well.
And the entertainers who performed. But
and hence Reggae Sumfest being in promotion mode too.
But Mac, we know in 2017 when he had his first New Rules, it was massive. People turned out in droves.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, Kish. I mean, we really
has
anticipate
that appeal.
For sure, and we really anticipate, a huge turnout because based on what we understand in terms of ticket sales and so on, definitely it's going to be a massive event. New rules to come, of course. But, we're speaking solely only on the launch itself and, the things that we figure more or less could have been better and also the high points, which, like we said, that $1 million
the handing over of the $1 million check.
Yes, that was indeed an awesome.
That is awesome. It's really dope. We truly wish him all the best. The anticipation is very high for New Rules, the 2022 staging, and let's see what happens. Pretty decent lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What else is in the dish, Mac?
All right,
Thank you, Tris.
So big up yourself, of course, Trisan, for that. So a lot of persons now are talking about this song with Aisha and Ed Sheeran, of course. Kish, I heard you playing it also, so I do know that definitely. What do you think about it, by the way?
I like it. It does have a buzz and a vibe. And big up to Ed Sheeran, because Aishana did a cover of his song before it came on his radar, and for him and his team, to make that collaboration happen. It have a vibe. It's one of those songs that will definitely crawl and creep into your consciousness.
Yeah,
over time. It have that flair to it, and with the right promotion and just putting it out there.
Yeah.
It can take Aishana places. It is just up to her and her team to have a strategic plan to work it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an okay song. It's a song to me that is, it will grow in terms of because it's that type of song that is a creeper, like you said.
Creep up.
You know what I mean? But overall, the high point for me was the fact that Ed Sheeran was really, there were lines that he was singing in patois, and that was kind of a little bit different. But I love the tune. I love the song. Overall, I see it as a song that can go places. In a matter of time. Like you said, Kish, if all goes well as it relates to them promoting it in that manner, in that regard. But big up to Ed Sheeran also for giving her clearance for the equal rights track. I thought that was an awesome thing to do as well. And overall, the feedback has been wonderful. We understand that Scatter was involved in the production and also Don Carleone. on the track. So it's pretty good that, some, Jamaicans can link up to do it. And overall, the vibe is wonderful. It's a good thing for her. We haven't heard from her over 2 years.
In a while, yeah, man, for real.
And so, coming on the scene with a new collaboration, an international collaboration with Ed Sheeran is a big deal.
It is a big deal. Let's see how it goes. Because, sometimes people get the collaboration, you get a song, but then you expect the song to just do the work on its own.
Yeah.
And the industry and a lot of things, and have changed over time. So you will really have to come up with a strategic plan and work it in order for it to work for you.
Facts. All right.
So with the dish out the way, it's time for the big ups and the burnouts. Pop, what's your big up this week?
We are big up this week.
This week, I have a few big ups though.
Yeah.
One big up Bougie Brunch, tomorrow that Miami Bougie Brunch.
Yeah.
So we are going at the place, Golden Grove.
Yeah.
Outside?
Yeah, fully outside. And then one big up BSADC.
Yeah.
Because every party me go, the respect I get from the BSADC team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because every time I get respect from some DJ road.
Yeah.
Rough out there.
Or some sound road.
Or some sound.
Yeah. Big up to Mr. Keith Walford and the BSADC team.
Big up to Alexandra. Big up to
big up Spread the Glory. Real youth.
Yeah.
So big up the whole BSADC. Because every time I go and dance with them, me ever get some respect.
Nice.
From the DJ them on the song.
I like that.
So big up BSADC song.
Every time.
Wow, proper big up, Pop.
We are big up,
yeah,
Kish.
that's all right. Well, my big up, I want to big up legendary G, Gavin G, original team. What's the scoop?
Yes.
Today is G's birthday. Happy birthday, G.
Salute to G.
Enjoy your day to the fullest. You
Every
don't
time.
know. Original team scoop,
Gavin
When
G.
I say original
Big up yourself
foundation,
anyway,
Yeah, G, happy birthday and big
blessings
up yourself.
Blessings, yeah, man. Every time,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? All right, positive big up. I like that big up.
Yeah,
big
man.
up yourself once again, G. All right. So my big up for this week, you don't know, say, we talk about the whole Mali situation with several entertainers, endorse it. And just, I big up Charlie Black, especially on the fact that I heard a new song from him and pretty much him really if me should have used the term, him just go against the whole Mali thing. I'm not gonna say him did a lick out against the Mali thing. He might go against Mali in general, and him basically, but like the fact for no say boy, a lot of persons. I mean, sometimes some people follow trend and all these things, and we see what they do for them claim say boy, it make them get a vibe, them have a buzz, them party more, them dance more, them do this, but there's a lot of repercussions and a lot of bad vibe from it. But overall, me a big up Charlie Black for just say him say here, nobody with that something there. So him a kind of steer film fans a different direction, and me like that because so many other entertainers I go some other places and I tell some people some other things to say. So big up to Charlie Black on the one them, like the one them.
Yeah, big up Charlie. Definitely endorsing your big up Mark to the fullest.
Yep.
All right, don't know what for balance a thing. Big ups, time for the burnouts. Pop, what's your burnout this week?
We are burnout, Bob.
Want burn out them people that always try proof on people.
How them do to you? How go on?
I don't really mean, I'm just notice it sometimes. Some people, whether them try proof on them friend or them try proof on them co-worker. Yeah, just have some people that always try proof.
Yeah. Always depend on the proving thing.
Proper burnout. Burn where?
We are burnout.
All right. Now, my burnout, well heavy this evening. You feel me? There is a video going around with a child having a plastic bag over its head. You can see the hand of an adult with kind of holding the bag or putting the bag or over the bag was already over the child's head. The hand looks masculine, and we just want to burn out them parents, them people that in particular for doing such a dreadful, harmful thing to the child. And I really hope that the law enforcement officials find you, and you do not deserve any form of legal representation. Your intent is very clear in the video. We can see what you're doing. Burn out, burn up, burn away, burn up.
Burn off.
The video was so hard to watch, Mac.
Very disturbing.
Ashes.
Disturbing.
Ashes.
Like, how can you be so cruel to a child?
And the fact that the person actually video it.
Not only that, you video it and you posted it to social media.
Look at him, man.
Me never see something hurt me so.
Very barbaric act, you know?
Disturbing, man.
Very disturbing.
I really hope the law nab those individuals or individuals.
Culprits.
Look here. And like I said before, and I'm saying it again, you do not deserve any form of legal representation. We see your intent.
Ashes.
Bun up.
You're good. Shh. All right.
What's your bun out, Mac?
My bun out for this week. On the same line, you know. All right, so you have some, you know, let me not even say you have some. I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. So I saw a mother instructing her daughter to go and beg somebody. And I saw it happening. It was like a job that the child had, you know. So I was in the parking lot somewhere at an establishment, and I was watching and seeing how the mother was giving the child directives, who to beg and how to act when they were begging. And I said to myself, "Are we really?" I said to me. And I watched, and the truth is the child came over to me, and I had to actually go over to the mother, because I too was also a target of the begging, you know. And it was not what she was saying she wanted the money for, but how it was organized to me that I thought was wrong. And I'm not saying that you might not be in a bad situation, but you have to be careful of all the damages that you're doing towards the child. And, you know, just in general, with it's like a 9 to 5. It's like the child goes out on a Saturday. That's how we vision how we see the operation. And, you know, to be honest with you, to pretend and tell the child to act as if they're sick or all these things, I just feel like it's something that one should be even penalized for. I mean, it is not right any at all. So me I burn out the people who use them pitney, and me have to tell her straight. I mean, say what she do is wrong. And
how she take it? She understand what you say?
She was in a little bit of denial, but the truth is that she didn't know that I was watching her all along. She thought it was just that instance that I'd seen. But burn off, and then right, you know, after the reasoning, somebody else came across from a store who said that they were also seeing exactly what she was doing. And, you know, me just said, burn off to the parents them who use them kids for.
Yeah, man, I put them in harm's way. Burn out and
you know
happy.
I mean? And then you have some people who may probably even take them on promise. Even though you watch from a mile, somebody might just push them in a vehicle and go on with them. And you see them on a run and come and say, "Oh, Ray, they've gone," and you never tell the people them say they cross the road. Anyway, we'll go for this quick time signal.
Are you a tourism worker? Then sign up for the Ministry of Tourism's innovative Tourism Workers Pension Scheme and retire in comfort. The time by the Ministry of Tourism is
6:45.
Yeah, we're live. We're in What's the Scoop.
Yeah, so burn off once again.
Yeah, man, burn off.
Yeah,
burn up.
None of them
thing they hurt me.
Wrong, man. Wrong. You know what I mean? And then later on, like me say, I mean, she ended up, apparently it would seem she changed location.
And do the same thing all over
because
again.
I remember I was passing somewhere pretty close, and I realized that it was the same scenario, you know. So it's sad.
Yeah.
Anyways, Dash way.
All right, Dash. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, man.
Radio Land, are you ready?
Internet peeps, are you ready?
Happening right now on the WTS stage, throwback style.
We welcome Kabaka.
You with your team proper. Not the proper and rise across the board.
Right across.
Certain people, I mean, if your profession determines that you carry yourself.
You know what I'm about now. You know, it's the election season and the time where you have some people mad campaigning and all. Know them not see them youth.
take
Burn
out.
out.
I want that.
Agree with that. Well, on the know. Warm to that. You know, we have something there. We have burn out the group. You know, check backyard and all them stuff.
Why?
Yeah, you know, the little not near just the Pan Road campaign from truck back to van back to. Yeah.
Burn out.
That's even not changed.
Yeah,
shirt is provided.
It's not right.
Orange or green.
No, the man say, yo, no picture.
One color jeans.
I'm taking pictures right now.
One home.
And that must say that's serious right now.
At this point, we're going to put Pressure Bus 5 on the spot inside of WTS. So we call it
Pressure.
Center stage.
You remember now. Over the years, we've been saying this for quite a while. We want pressure. You know, the government implement government entities.
We want you to tell our listeners, your fans, 5 things about pressure that they would be surprised
instead of having them
to
on the
know.
road. And you know, we hear enough cases where there's a mentally ill man, you know, do some serious thing in St. Anthony or St. Anne's Bay to be exact. And you know, we don't want to talk about it and highlight them stuff there. But listen, take them off the road, man. If you know, say them not stable mentally, put them in whatever facility to just keep them so at least, you know, stop playing. Persons who are going about the business or at home or whatever.
Even though we have some clean
we have some mad people who seem sane, but we have burn out the government for not doing this long time ago. You know what I mean? This is something we should have implemented.
You just reeled them up. Alright, so it's just about right. Our producer giving us the signal. It's 5.
Burn
You want to go slow today. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Pressure performs live
Tell us
inside
5
of
things you'd be
WTS.
surprised to know about.
So forward.
First of all, I'm not in a seat.
Hot spots. Hot spot on the scoop.
Is that a hot spot?
Yeah, it's hot. Of course, it's a hot spot.
Call it Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, everything.
No, you don't need Wi-Fi for connect. Them spots are well hot.
The time is now.
So it's the 5 things about
Yeah.
life.
Internet peeps, Radio
Nothing that
Land,
we
are
know
you
already.
ready?
Yeah,
It is
accurate
about to
and
happen
you're
right here on the 107.
Introducing
Inside
on
of
stage
WTS. Maki,
people
do
don't know,
it.
say.
the man called Pressure.
Pressure.
Joe Rastafari. Blessed love to all. Give thanks for love and life. It's been a long time. See? So,
yeah, people.
Choose a side. All right.
No.
That's one.
Come on,
That's
man.
one. That's a different
I'm here,
discussion.
sir.
That's
Bless
a
thy
Monday night
people and
one.
say down inheritance and feed them and lift them up. I, the Celestia, is the Almighty. Don't know. IRIE FM, yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember that tune, eh? Sing out. My people be free and the world is theirs and take control of them. Whoa! IRIE FM. Pressure Bus 5. Yield to the island one of vibration. Big up yourself, I mean, know say you're free. Mentally, physically, spiritually. Yeah! Pressure Bus 5, remember that. Yo! My people be free and the world is theirs and take control of your life, of course. Can't be held down by no evil. Who the most high bless, no wizard can curse. Knowledge is the key, then the world is theirs and take control your life, of course. Can't be held down by no evil. Who the most high bless, no wizard can curse. With all that Jah created, why can't we just live as one? There's food and clothes and shelter to spread amongst the people and the land. With loyalty and humbleness, we shall inherit the earth. Know your purpose in creation and do your part. Know what life hurts. Tell them you're free and the world is theirs and take control of your life, of course. Can't be held down by no evil. Who the most high bless, no wizard can curse. Knowledge is the key, and the world is theirs and take control of your life, of course. Oh. Listen,
I have 6 siblings.
False rulers of the earth that war for power and domain. And the cost of living gets high, the poor and needy can't sustain. Let righteousness
now on that note, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Kabaka Pyramid performs live.
If you
right
don't
here
love
on
the most high,
WTS.
you don't know what life worth. Yeah. Tell them you're free on the world. Pull up. Different something. Yeah, give thanks for being here. It's always good to give thanks and praises unto the Most High. Emperor Haile Selassie.
Radio Land, are you ready?
Internet peeps, are you ready?
It is about to get accurate.
Introducing to the WTS stage,
Kabaka Pyramid.
Bless my soul, protect my family, will let them patrol. Bless my soul, bless my, go before me lead the way so I can reach my goal. Bless my soul, bless my, I'll never get weary, want to keep it control. Bless my soul.
Man, a real warrior today, warrior tomorrow, same way.
Let the love and kindness around
today, tomorrow never stray.
Wicked people must wander and talk, but they can't pound King
warrior tomorrow, same way.
You're my light and salvation from the
today, tomorrow we never stray. Man, a survivor, black person, a MacGyver. IRIE FM,
bless my soul, bless my soul.
Designer, liner, Judas Selassie, I forever. We not them time, yeah. One I another life. Deep in a meditation, we take a dive, yeah. Link bubble, Orthodox and 12 drive, yeah. Them think the people to remind of. Watch it. Warrior today, warrior tomorrow, same way.
Hungry warrior today, tomorrow we never stray. Wicked people must wander and
pull up today, warrior tomorrow, same way.
It's just
a big protege. Film show ancient future tonight.
Love is the thing that make people cling.
Man, I'm not fear ya. Black version of what we are. Find the direction they must steer ya. The truth we are.
One love.
When I want to second back, hold the honor, play the part. See them for fish slaughter the youth and alter the truth. Pressure was for the spirit and then rapture with when we got action the youth. Determine the action the move. Definition of our we have the truth. Message we are carry ya for you. This we got the brothers them a feel step and step in and get shoes. So you tell them man, around be a rebellion. Now before the storm with the lesson on my palm, it's great. And a real warrior today, warrior tomorrow, same way. And a real warrior today, tomorrow we never stray. And a real warrior today. I know some is a man always stop with all the lyrics, right? Jamaica, as all them see this, broken glass and broken dreams. Heart so cold on your soul of freeze. Mentalities from overseas get hold of these. Television program we call. We never listen when the old man speak. You get slow and weak. African tradition in their bones and speech. Every part in a division. In a religion where the Romans teach. Look on the fruits where we grow and eat. Chemicals in them make them so damn sweet. Capital them in my mouth and teeth. For the capitalism and the code them speak. Me not know them beat. Them not really care. If they get a youth now no clothes and speak. Look out a thing for talk. I could have write some verse but long from here to Mozambique. I'ma say, man a real warrior today, warrior tomorrow.
When we got your love. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm a sinner now. I live in the center. Pressure was right. Tackle on the record. Bring it up original. Styles of fire. Lift up.
Majesty.
Hey, now don't play. I will tell you know the love for soul. Yeah, Senkat, see you. Mark Street from the gutter. Was written the step of the lyrical. Hear me now. Original. Styles of fire.
Whatever you read is what you saw. What you saw is what you read. It's operation
to digital.
Yeah. Ready again.
Physical. Around the accurate. The system is a broken like a jaculate, immaculate. Roll them up like a party bird. Fire burn. Hear me now. Attacking the rust again. GPS tracking.
Whatever you read is what you saw. What you saw is what you read. Separation is to get the flag out of into deep. I'm not put up on the streets to make sure them is all I see down deep from me. When I'm out there, I don't find ways to eat. Every man is for himself. Searching for a better way out. What you teach and where you're up for it. Some man get lay out. Youngsters around the place and informers of the stay out. It make no sense. Give it out to gun in Ghana.
But the rhyme still clean like a hell. Cut out the meat and the head. 9 years no prescription and children. Young people
trees and all of them. Some keep Batman friends. You know they get us up on the ball out here one squall. When you up and rock in your house, you know got nothing so I call. Only Father God alone, and so when I call until then me and my child behind these walls sitting up. Stash for that. I wonder. Hardcore liberty. Whoa. Listen, no, nothing to something. Skibbly bang. Don't you fight us down, Babylon. Don't you fight us down. We are the underprivileged in the town and the village. Every day I'm the village. In the get so we live. Light and water on the bridge. What you see is how it is the closest friend. All you never can be your worst enemy. Waking up another day of your tongue. So I those of the son of the school of the street. The son of the cocaine. You go to the streets with chop guns and cartridges. Rising on them on. No take no talk. Gunshot here, your cartilage. Look at your faces, scars and cuts. Look at the houses, the shacks and huts. Look at the blasted sewage and guts. But house still remain untouched. Keep a fight still without a much. Politician now come around election time. And issue guns like them all up. Respect mankind. People suffer throughout the world, but we are all one kind. Praise the Lord, say I am most kind of the tradition of the show. In Ethiopia, but in a been a long time. Holy Manuel, my girls, my lady. And I peace I told the letter with his praises and Tonetta. And come here with the cross, Papa said the unk is better. We now want the number better rise up. People take a life up, to sip the better life up. None of the question make try exercise now. Careful of the one that teach you wrong. The one never could feel I'm a rebel with a cross. Never pass, but we done not everyone never could feel I'm a rebel. We are the evil thing I done, hear me now. I still see you the leader, the one never could feel ya. Humble as a lamb, I just follow the procedure. Rasta man a healer, please get trampled and a healer. Me bust up like the sea with them seal ya. Never wanna see you hurt or feeling insecure. Focus on the acronym for open up the track for them. Seat up in the lotus to just soak up all the oxygen. Kemetic yoga me bring over from the continent. Africa that's where we wanna be. We're living in a poverty cause of the mother. Capitalistic and the materiality. Yeah, we not see reality, just only people at the key. I never could feel man a rebel with a heart. The only evil make love. I need you beside me when I wake up. No. All we do is wake up and we are the shop fire now. IRIE FM, my man. Yeah, my big up all the streaming peeps, you know. Man, I dash it on the beat. Ashes on the queen. Just them and them click. Drop the matches at them feet. Like the flush up on them seat. Still a sip on the peaks. If we burn up the vampire and the fatigue and the elite. Hey, me dash a fire on the beast. Run them up with the beat. And step in them place and bleed them. Shut them up in the deep end. Let go the shark with the teeth. Them we eat them. Feed them a kick on a beat. It's a bust it up in the street. Me dash a fire on the pedophiles and rapists. The reason why them straight is heat the tripe and turkish. Look on the marriages, them legalize and stay in the system. Needs to clean up right away. Come with that shit on the beat. Ashes for the queen. Just them and them click. Drop the matches at their feet. Like the flash up on their feet.
No, again. Never gonna be a slave to them system.
Look here,
what a performance, eh?
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Fire, eh?
Anyway, a day, you know what I mean? Well, fire, you know the thing go. We on the button, of course. It doesn't know, so big up to all the persons locked in. Big up the entire team, of course. Tristan Wilson on YouTube, and of course, keeping us connected. Big up to DJ Kemar. Big up to DJ Lollipop.
Yeah, big up the entire team. Big up to you, the listeners. Thank you for locking in and clocking in every Saturday. Don't know. But remember, you can catch us every Saturday, yeah. Mac kick things off 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. with the breakfast party.
Then, of course, Kishima usually steps in at 1 to 2 p.m. Beer scoopings and shellings, you see it?
Yeah, I'm Max usually because, you know, next week I'm going to be out.
Yeah.
So I think it's DJ Collision will be in at 1. So you don't know. Yeah, just tune in and turn up same way.
Yeah, and then next week, the other week after you're forward again. You know the thing go.
Yeah.
All right, but let's go for this quick time signal.
Real estate developers, contractors, hardwares, tradesmen, hoteliers. For the widest variety of hardware and plumbing supplies, come to Atlantic Hardware and Plumbing, 7A Ashenheim Road, Kingston 11. Call us at 758-0266. The time by Atlantic Hardware and Plumbing Supplies is
now 7:01.
And that's our time. I'm Kishima Francis.
And I'm Courtney Mack.
The big